Welcome to Smokey, Steve, and Marc.
I'm Mark.
I'm Steve.
Welcome back, y'all. Happy autumn. Oh, yes. It is here.
We've made it. The leaves started turning a little early, I think, around here. It was a little dry, so it's one of the most beautiful times of year to be up here. North of the Poconos is here.
Oh, yeah, it definitely is. Yeah.
Beautiful. So,
but it is officially autumn now because the autumn equinox was on Sunday.
So we're not just baking it now. It's actually summer's over.
No,
it is fall.
Mm-hmm. And autumn's my favorite. Real original, right?
Yeah.
Me and probably a million other people.
Loves fall.
But I love the autumn. I really do. But I can't help but think back, nostalgically and with a little sadness on summer that it's over,
Yeah. Well, it was an active, busy summer. It was eventful. Very eventful.
It was eventful, yeah. But we'll talk a little bit about that later. But here on the channel, oh my gosh, we had a blast this summer. Do you think?
It was great.
We had a really good time. We put together some fun summer content, and it all started with
summer kick-off carnival. Oh, it was so much fun. The games and the prizes and the recipes and the projects. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. Oh, and speaking of recipes, oh my goodness. And how about those projects? We did a few cool ones there. I mean, even Steve will try it. Was summerfied. Steve's birthday party, my birthday party, Christmas in July, the summer road trip. But I'll tell you, favorite segment and a new one, Camp SSAM. Full of fun. Oh, yep. And a little adventure, too. That was sinking. Oh, yes. We were sinking. But yes, all in all, we had a wonderful summer. And, of course, we hope you did, too.
Oh, you know what? Definitely Camp SSAM was my favorite.
I'd say so.
It was my favorite. I loved it.
It's the only one where I got soaked.
True.
You think he's the nice one? I'm the nice one. But
yeah, I'm like, we're gonna be in the canoe and it's gonna sink.
We're gonna build a canoe in the living room.
We did.
We did. My father helped. No thanks, Dad.
And
the bigger and bigger these things are getting.
And what's funny about that is that we'll have to do a little behind the scenes someday because we have different areas where we set up to film. I mean, we basically film in here. This is the studio.
But
here.
If you want something else for a background,
or
something more neutral,
like if you don't want to tear it down to put something, we'll build it. And Camp SSAM was built in the living room, and it's still there now.
It's still it's kind of the cat tree sticks out about 2 stories above the overgrowth. It reminds me of our last apartment.
It does. Because we have another episode of Camp SSAM, but it'll be during Spooky Steve and Marc. Oh yeah. Well, I'll tell you, autumn here, like the beginning of autumn, it kind of marks for us, kind of jumpstarts the whole holiday season. There's autumn, and then there's Halloween and Spooky Steve and Marc, and then Thanksgiving and Christmas. It kind of just jumpstarts all that. And if you haven't been around, if you weren't around last year, we kind of go all out. I mean,
more so than Christmas. I would say for Halloween.
If you haven't seen Spooky Steve and Marc, it's so much fun.
Halloween is not about the viral video. It's about having fun.
Yeah, it is. It's like a month-long spooky extravaganza.
Pretty much,
we do it all the time, though. We do. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. And we have a lot of fun content planned. And like I said last week, if you have any ideas, we're putting all that together now. If you have any ideas for spooky season, please let us know. Yeah. If you were around in the last few years, because this will be our 5th year doing Spooky Steve and Marc. Maybe there was something you liked, you want to see again. Maybe something you don't want to see, or maybe you have a completely new idea. Oh gosh,
and you can access our playlists. And Spooky Steve and Marc will be separated by years, at least 3 of them by years. So you can see the recently and then going back all the videos that made up that season.
Yeah.
So give that a look if you're interested in the kind of topics. There's a little cooking, a little crafting, a little horror, a little comedy.
We try to do the comedy.
Pumpkin spice something.
Oh yeah. We do our live jack-o'-lantern cutting. We'll be doing that.
Yeah, we do a live jack-o'-lantern.
We do that every year.
It seems like we do it every 6 months for some reason.
Gosh, doesn't it? I know, it seems
Weren't we
like...
just sitting on the floor?
Right?
Weren't we just carving? And I don't know.
I know. Yeah, wow. This year did go fast. I know. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh my gosh, we're getting ready for autumn and Christmas and all of that. But then when it sunk in, I got kind of excited.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, lots of fun stuff coming up. And I don't know, tonight, it's all about welcoming in autumn, y'all. It is. And well, you have a recipe.
Oh, I do. Now what says autumn like apples?
Apples.
Not apple cinnamon necessarily.
Ooh.
Though apple cinnamon is going to be working with us tonight. I have a recipe in the works. We're going to make some apple dumplings.
Oh.
Non-traditional. These are for the semi-homemade chef like myself. So definitely check it out. It looks impressive. It takes zero energy. You don't have to be a brilliant person in the kitchen to do it. So,
and I've never had them this way, and I've never prepared them this way, so I'm kind of excited. Would you want to get right to it?
Yeah, let's hop in.
Let's go to it. All right, we're going to head over to the kitchen and whip something awesome up. Come on, let's go.
Well, hello everyone. So in order to bring autumn in, bring fall in, we're going to do something a little tasty, a little cinnamony, a little appley. We're going to make some apple dumplings. Nothing says fall like apples and cinnamon, I think, for a lot of folks. So that's the route we're going to take. It's a little non-traditional, but attempt to reserve judgment, okay? Here's our ingredients. We're going to need 2 cans of crescent rolls, regular size, 8 count, because it's going to make 16 of the things we're making. You will need actually 12 ounces of ginger ale. We'll talk later. 1.5 cups of white sugar, teaspoon of lemon zest, teaspoon of cinnamon, teaspoon of vanilla. This is 2 large-ish apples peeled and cored. So you're going to cut each one of those into 8. So half. So you're going to get 8 out of each one to make our 16 things. Ta-da! And that aside, I have 2 sticks of butter, 1 cup of butter, melting over here. That's going to come up a little bit later in the assembly. And we have our 9x13, which we need to spray. Or use the butter wrapper to wipe out the inside, one or the other. First things first, I'm not good with cans that pop open. So I'm going to get those open, get everything settled, and I'll show you what the assembly of this kind of looks like. Okay? All right, so we have our pressed out triangle of crescent roll. Here's a piece of apple. Easy, start at the big end and roll back. Now these are all going to get tucked into the 9x13, so you'll have a couple rows of 8 going there. Just to give you another look, we threw some flour down also. Apple, long end, roll it up. I have the sneaking feeling this is going to be very indulgent. Might have to cut the sweetness with ice cream or something. We shall see. All right, there's everybody. Now for the next step. We have all that butter, if you recall. So we have our 2 sticks of butter here, melted, 1.5 cups of sugar, teaspoon each of lemon zest and vanilla. So put these just here for the sink because we're going to dump the sugar in all at once and not stir it very well. Yes, this is how the directions work. It's meant to be crumbly and kind of rocky. And I can take it off the heat now. And that's this is a big bowl of butter and sugar. Who could say a negative thing, I swear. Okay, that's just barely mixed. Now, off the heat, go in with the vanilla. Lemon zest. Ooh, that's too much to heat. Lemon is good. Lemon is good. We're going to barely stir that again, according to the directions. And then this is going to get nice, huh? Indulgent. This we're going to pour on top of our little apple dumplings that we put over here. All right, here we have our mixture. So I'm going to go down one side. I'm trying to make sure I get enough gooey, buttery sugar on everything. You don't want to miss a single spot. You don't want to miss a single drop of it. Okay, so there's that over the top, and now we just have 2 things left to do. Okay, here's our cinnamon. It's a teaspoon of it. We're going to go over the top with a sprinkle of it. And there's plenty of sugar in there to offset it, so don't worry. Don't be upset. Don't get frantic. It'll be good. We got that, and then our ginger ale.
which is, we had a 16-ounce bottle, but a 12-ounce can is perfectly fine. And you're just going to go in around the edges here with this. Not going to pour it off top. Don't knock the cinnamon off. Just around the edges. All the directions. Okay. So we've topped it off with our ginger ale. We've sprinkled cinnamon. We wrapped apples in pastry and drowned them in sugar and butter. They're going to bake at 350. The directions say 30 to 45 minutes, but we're going to check it closer to like 25, 30 minutes probably. We'll know by the end and I'll let you know how we do. But in the meantime, I'm just going to clear the decks and we'll see you in a minute. Well, hello. So it's been 35 minutes. Checked it twice, about 5 minutes ago and then a couple. It smells amazing in here. Cinnabon ain't got nothing. This smells so good. Oh my god. Take a look. It's bubbly. It's got the cinnamon on the top. It's like bubbly, foamy. I'm sure there's ginger flavor in there somewhere. So obviously, unless you're an idiot, you're going to let this cool for a while. I'm going to say half an hour. Having it hot is good. A hot apple dumpling can be really, really tasty with the juice all around it. It goes with ice cream, with yogurt, just a white sauce on top of it maybe, something simple. And I would bet it's good virgin just on its own. And so, there you have it. Our apple dumplings.
This is so good. I'm telling you, I have never had this before. Mm-hmm. I devoured that last night. I had 3 of them.
They're good. I mean, I'm seriously, the directions led me to think it would be kind of weird. Like stir up the sugar and butter till it's crumbly and then dump it over. You're double checking it. Like, did you do that right?
Sure.
I'm like,
separated.
Yeah. And then because it's me, he checked again.
I did.
And it didn't just let it. Really easy, hard to mess up. Because I thought we had messed ours up. But
I thought it, me too. I thought, I don't see how that's good. But it turned into this sauce at the bottom that is so good.
Ginger ale, I like it. I can't really taste the huge, heavy undertone of soda. It just adds to the flavor of the goo.
Yeah.
The gravy.
And you could substitute any lemon lime soda, or I know some people even have used Mountain Dew in this recipe, but and I'll tell you, I think this recipe is like, I think you could do a lot with this. You could use any type of fruit in there.
Like blueberries. Wouldn't blueberries be good? Blueberries would be good. Strawberries would be good.
A peach one. Oh my gosh. You could do anything with
it would be like peach dumpling.
And then I'm trying to think, oh my gosh, I could do a savory dessert like with maybe chocolate or something. I don't know, but I am totally digging this recipe. I love it. I do. I'm not a huge fruit dessert person.
No, you think it's a sin.
Yeah, well,
to call fruit dessert.
I take that all back now because this is good.
Just for perspective's sake, when you see the recipe, there's 2 apples, and for each apple, there's like a stick of butter and a cup of sugar.
Oh yeah.
So to make the the sauce and everything. So don't be afraid if you think fruit's going to spoil your dessert. That's not the case for this specific recipe.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
And then you know what? I think that now that we're full, because I'm still full, it was worth it.
It was more than worth it.
It was totally worth it. I happen to have a project for you. We can't welcome in autumn without a project.
No, I was just thinking how too. I was like, I was in the kitchen. What do you have?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna go over. I almost said the craft cabin. We're not at camp.
No.
We're going to head over to the workshop, and we're going to do our annual transitional decor. We do this every year. It's like that weird time of year where there's like a couple weeks before October. So like that's autumn. Yeah. Then you decorate for Halloween, and then you have those 3 weeks leading up to
like Thanksgiving.
Yeah, back to autumn, and you won't change it back and forth and back and forth. So we do transitional decor. Like one year we did our pumpkin with the corks, and then you just turn them around.
It's a snowman.
And it's a snowman with his little hat on, and he's a snowman. And then you can turn them back around after Christmas. Well, this time we're doing autumn into Halloween and back to autumn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be so cool.
Breakneck speed too.
All right. Well, let's get to it. Oh yes, DIY time for sure. Oh yeah, it's our annual transitional decor making, and we've done some really cool transitional projects in the past, and today's no exception. I kept real simple this year, but quite nice too. We're gonna make some pumpkins that we can use for autumn, spin them around and they'll be perfect for Halloween, and then spin them back around for autumn again, okay? So hey, why don't we get started right off the bat here? Let's go. So what do we need? Well, first we're gonna need pumpkins, and I got these foam pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. And you can make this in any size you want. If you want a real big one, get a big one. Maybe a little smaller than this, get some smaller ones. Whatever size you like. I'm going here with the 7-inch foam pumpkins from the Dollar Tree, okay? In addition to that, you'll need some type of stem for him, like a little branch that I broke off of some scrap wood outside there. And then you're gonna need some type of moss. I'm going with this paper moss. Interesting, to me, it almost kind of looks like Easter grass, but it's called paper moss. It's made out of upcycled paper. And then what I did was I just kind of gave it a little coat of black spray paint there, like just on top. So there's the black and the green is in there, So that's what I did with the moss, but you could use reindeer moss, Spanish moss, whatever type you like. And then we need spiders. Little cheapy plastic spiders here. They come with those Halloween spider webs. They come with them, or you can just buy a pack by yourself. This was 99 cents, so I got a whole pack, And in addition to that, you'll need some white paint, some black paint, and some brown paint too. And then we need some type of base to put our pumpkin on, right? And that could just be a simple piece of wood. They sell these at the Dollar Tree. I make these out of plaster of Paris and molds, which would work nice as well. But we're gonna make one today on a pillar candle holder like this, like a pedestal like this. And then we're gonna do another one that sits down on one of these too. And what I did with the base was I painted one half brown like this, and then I painted the other half black. And this will be our Halloween side, and this is our autumn side. So, spinning around, always thinking. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so our first step is we want to transform this cheapy foam pumpkin into something that looks just a little bit nicer. So rip this little, this is their stem on that. We're going to take that off and take our tags off of there, okay? And then to one half of our pumpkin, we're going to whitewash it. And to whitewash, it's as simple as taking some white paint, and we're just going to paint over it like that. And then I usually take a cloth or a paper towel and then just kind of wipe it down like that to give it more of a whitewashed look to it, just like that. And we just all right, here we go. It looks better already, doesn't it? Okay, so now we're going to spin him around after he dries. These acrylic paints dry really quick, so we'll be good with that. Now we're going to turn around on this side. This is where our spiders come in. Oh yeah, oh yeah. This is our spooky side. So we're going to be attaching spiders all over this side of our pumpkin. And they're all about this size, about an inch. And I took about half of them and I snipped his legs off. Sorry, little spider there. I'm sorry. I know this probably is not comfortable, but look how cute you look with your legs cut. We made some smaller ones too, about half of them. So using our hot glue gun, we are just going to glue these babies right on. And most of these spiders, if not all of them, have a little peg on there that will push into the foam. Let's see, we'll just put one right here for now. Yeah, just like that. So we have them there, and then we're just going to cover the whole thing with spiders. Oh, yes. Okay, there we go. Ooh, creepy, creepy. All right, so now, the fun part, getting all of our little hot glue off of here, but we'll do that later. So our next step here, we're going to take our stem, and we're just going to, firmly but gently, carefully kind of push it down in the center here until it breaks through. Now these are hollow. These ones here from the Dollar Tree, they're hollow. So now we have a hole there like that, and we're going to take some of our moss, and we are going to Place it around the top like that. And using our hot glue, we're just going to kind of tack it down around the hole. Okay. All right. And then take our stem, the little hot glue at the bottom. And again, carefully but firmly, push that down in. And then hold your moss and push it down in until it gets to the bottom where you want it. So our next step is we're going to attach everything to our base, whatever base that may be. And of course, our Halloween side will face out on our black side of our stand, whichever one we do there. And then before we do that, we're going to add just a little bit of moss to our base using our hot glue. We're just going to kind of tack it down. And then using more hot glue, we're going to attach our pumpkin. Let's see. I think it looks pretty darn good. I do. I think it looks nice. Turned out good. So I added one more little spider up here, kind of climbing up the stem a little bit there, a little more creepy effect. This would be great on a mantle. It couldn't be somewhere like in the center, of course, because it has two sides, but like perfect for a mantle or on either side of your fireplace, or maybe at either side of your door, wherever, shelf on the wall. And then you have your autumn side here. And then come October, just spin that baby around. And we have our Halloween side here. And then after the 31st of October, just spin that baby right back around. And we're good through Thanksgiving. For real, right? Well, there you have it. Our transitional decor for autumn this year. Pretty cool, huh?
Pretty cool.
Pretty easy. Pretty cool.
My speed.
Yep. The spiders are creepy too.
Spiders are creepy.
Yes, they are. So we have our transitional decor done for another year. Exciting. I found out as we keep doing the transitional year after year after year, we're going to get to a point where I can just put them all up and just flip them all around.
Yeah.
I won't have to do anything at all.
There's a Christmas tree on one side. And,
yep. And that's it.
Yeah. Easter bush on the other. You can just rotate it. So
just keep rotating.
That some of you have your trees already still decorated in the garage, and you're just going to bring it out
and just set it there.
And you are smart.
I'll tell you what, I for one am very happy to see you guys tonight. It's been like I haven't seen you in over a week, because we kind of took a little impromptu break, and it wasn't like normally we plan them.
No, this just turned into one night into the next, and it was like
I don't know. It was we needed a break, and I had another little incident happen last week, which we'll talk a little bit about that in the next video, because I want to update you on some stuff that's going on, and I'm overdue for a real talk. You are mental health real talk video, so we'll do that this week. Let you know everything that's going on. But it was a good time to take a break, and we kind of just did it day by day. Yeah, normally we plan it so we can kind of keep you in the loop.
And, heads up. Yeah, like hey, we'll see you Friday. Hey, we'll see you then. It just
happened. But we did need the time away, and it helped. So
But we're back on a wing and a prayer, but we're doing it. Thank you for everyone who showed up for the recorded video.
Yeah.
600 or so people tried to get to the live before I deleted it. So
yesterday's live or Sunday's live.
Sunday, couldn't have it, so I had to record instead. And there was a lot of people who gave a lot of good feedback, saying how much they like the videos better.
Yeah,
and they just don't want to hear. It's hard to listen back. There's no rewatch appeal. To a live.
First of the year's coming up. We revamped the channel.
We do.
Maybe you could do like live video, every other week or something.
People have been asking mostly for us
together.
Live.
We're going to do us together lives more.
We used to do it once a week.
Yeah, we did.
And then
then you took over. You took over the Sunday slot.
So I left an opening for us to have another. I was like, we could live chit chat Friday. We've done before.
Yeah. Friday Night Live.
Yeah, Friday Night Lives we've done. Just as used to sit down and talk at the end of the week. And yes, the foodie chats are about foodie generally.
Yeah.
Not that I would block comments if someone said they were having a hard day.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
But just for a different audience, I guess. Kind of, so
but I guess that's why we're here.
That's why we're
gonna keep on keeping on. Are we still where are we at? Are we still at 7,500?
We're at 7613. So when it gets to like 7680, then I'll start to feel comfortable.
Yeah. creeping up
You
on
never
8
know.
houses.
Yeah, but our numbers have been good. Views went up. We had a really great experience at the beginning of the month. We had a party for Mark.
Oh, my birthday party.
You know, and some other. Oh, it was very busy. It was a very busy month. So
It was a very event. Yeah, there was a lot of moving parts this month.
so hopefully
Very
going
true.
forward after a brief respite that we took,
Yeah.
we'll be back on track.
Oh yeah,
Back on track this week.
Oh, I hope so because did I tell you Autumn is here?
He might have mentioned it.
Autumn is here, so we're gonna have fun.
Well, thank you all for joining us tonight. Thank you for watching. Have a happy fall. Get ears going too. Please do subscribe, hit the notification bell, get alerts when we have new videos and go live. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Contact info is below. So thanks, and we'll catch up with you very soon.
Absolutely, we will. We got a mental health real talk video coming up. Steve will try it. All autumn-fied.
It's pumpkin something. You'll see.
Is that a good word? Autumn-fied?
Autumnized?
Autumnized.
No, that means its
autumn,
own thing.
Autumn themed.
Fall-ish.
Fallish.
It's
It's
fallish.
fallish. And then we'll have some chit chat. Then you'll be back live with her. And then I'll be back on Monday with Mondays with Mark. So yes, thank you for spending your time with us. Hope you had a good time. You have a great rest of the week. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Ciao. Bye. Say bye, Bandit.
No.